Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a good Tuesday, October 25th. GME is getting its rally. SPY is getting its rally. All the squeezy stuff's rallying. The one of my questions was BBBY. What's it gonna do? 26% today. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Follow us on Twitter. It's at HappyMoneyYT. And jump on our Discord server. Link for those are in the description. We've been calling it, and it's playing out. So it doesn't always work, but this is what we're predicting. Look at that SPY, just keeps going, keeps running. Start with a little overview here. We broke this first resistance. I gotta get rid of these other ones. We broke this first resistance. Was that yesterday? Yeah, just barely broke it. Wicked above it on the daily candle. This resistance that we basically, I was saying to go long on SPY. If you want it to be safe, I would wait for the break of this resistance. Happened yesterday. It wasn't a very confident one, but today I would say is quite bullish. 1.5%. Yeah, just strong. Volume is a little less. It's kind of been tapering down, which isn't necessarily a big deal. But yeah, I'm not sure if that's maybe a sign that the rally's not going to last as long or go as high, but remains to be seen. Just looking at the fib levels here, or the fib, it's like 389 would be a 50% retracement from that high to this low. I could see it going there. I could see it going higher. I could honestly see it filling this gap, but yeah, we'll see. I don't see any signs of reversal yet. It is a little hot on the hourly RSI. If you've been watching SPY at all in 2021, you know that it doesn't really care. It'll be pinned on overbought on the RSI for as long as it feels like. So that's not to me an indicator of a reversal or a top necessarily, but it could cool off a little bit. But man, this thing, I keep kind of scalping. So the futures we had, if you remember, I got more this morning when it started rallying, so that gave us 3, and then I decided to close them. I closed them out for a pretty good profit. Look at this thing go. Oh my gosh. 3:30. So we've got like 30 minutes left of power hour. It's crazy. I'm expecting a bit of a cool down, but I'll wait till after hours. So the only uncertainties in my head are basically earnings coming up after hours today, and then there's some tomorrow, and I was gonna shake it a little bit. So I've basically been direction oriented to the upside. And the only time I've tried to make money on the downside, I've basically just closed for a small loss. But yeah, so ripping up and closing out longs here, and then actually opened up longs here, or here actually just started scaling in. So basically just scaling in, open a couple there, and then actually close them out here, and then look, there we go. Too skittish. But anyways, yeah, so the futures are working out quite nicely. At one point I think I had 4 micros today, which is like 75 grand in value, basically rotational value. So yeah, it moves quite a bit. Just one or two points is it moves fast. It moves like a expensive option, like on Tesla or even SPX. But yeah, maybe a little pullback after hours. We'll see with the earnings. But with this bear rally, GME is doing it. It's doing it big time. Not as big as BBBY today, but volume was good today. First thing we're looking for, where it's almost 7 million, it's 330. Not crazy volume. I think there were some obligations that were taken care of today, that were covered today. I don't think this is it. I don't think this is all it's done, basically. But I think there were some. The price action today was pretty interesting, pretty natural looking, and not very volatile, really, not very explosive. This was like the most volatile time. I mean, the morning was kind of crazy, but it was slow, and I think part of that is added liquidity from the share split, so it's just moving slower. And also it could be because we're in the closing time of SLD, and oftentimes during the SLD period we see it moving more natural. So could be a combination of both. Not sure if we'll get any crazy volatility moves, but I think we still could see some big moves to the upside still this week on GME. Yeah, and the SPY really kind of depends on earnings a little bit, but I think SPY also. A lot of squeezy stuff running. Weber's up almost 30%. Again, BBY, big move here, almost 30% on this too. So this is good, but I mean, this thing's come down like 95% over and over and over again. So needs quite a bit to get back up to kind of that $9 is where I'm looking for it to get to. But yeah, we have spreads on this, a lot of different cool option plays and futures. I'm gonna show you guys. Yeah, but as far as BBBY, how high will it go? I don't know if it's been so uncorrelated with GME that it's kind of interesting that it's running today. So I don't know if these are obligations they have on BBY or what, or if it's just so much bear market rally and risk on assets moving that's causing it to go. But yeah, there's a big move on it. Today, I wouldn't call it an engulfing candle because this candle was lower, but huge green candle, lots of volume on Bed Bath, 47 million, when the average lately has been less than 10 million. So huge volume on that. Definitely gets a continuation. SPY makes me want more futures. So yeah, we'll see about the move up, how high this goes. 6 I would say is a pretty good resistance, but you know, it's got of course a lot of leeway to go to the upside. SPY's giving me FOMO. GME, nice big green candle. Yeah, I'd say that's engulfing also. I mean, some people count the wicks. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, I guess. But volume's nicer today, which is good. We're still kind of in that resistance zone, so it's to me it's the fact that we had a big volume today, or much bigger, and a big price action 10%. I think it's confirmed that we're getting our OPEX SLD run. Now I'm just curious if the following days will potentially be more volume and much bigger, and we'll get up into the 30s, you know, up here. And I feel like we will. I think today could be similar to like this day, you know, where we just kind of have a good day with good volume. If you just look at it like that, you know, a lot more volume the other days, good day, and then just kind of a rally out of that. We really haven't had a proper kind of cycle since the split. We had this, which I think this was a little bit different. Maybe not, but I think it was a little bit different just because of the split that just happened. So I'm curious to see how this one moves. If it continues to just move naturally like it is and kind of slow, not slow, but not GME fast usually. But yeah, this makes it much easier to trade, to me at least. So my 30 calls weren't actually back to break even until I think like here. Yeah, somewhere in here. So I close them out actually for a little profit, my calls, just because the best time to close calls is usually in the first hour or so, or any long options. First hour or two, close it, and then sometimes you can it works to open options then, but typically that's the best time to close it. So I saw it slowing down, I closed out of those, and then I basically just scalped the 30 calls for next Friday, November 4th, 30 calls all day today. So on dips, I was scaling in one order at a time at the bid. It'd fill, then once it filled, I'd put an order in for one more at the bid, and it would just kind of keep filling. And then after this rally, I sold them again, and then I was dip buying all through here, and then I've stopped buying. So I'm back to like 9 contracts on that, I think. Yeah, I'll show you guys what we got going on. Yeah, so lots of plays, of course, are working today. TLT play from yesterday, that is up, having a nice bounce. 20-year bonds, and I think it'll probably keep going. 20-year treasury bonds here, bumped out of oversold. I mean, has a gap there now, but this has a lot of upside, I think, potential. It's not a fast mover, but that's why options are cheap. Kodak now green on that. It's having earnings run up and just moving with these risk on assets, I think. Yeah, this chart looks bullish, so I'm hoping to be, well, it's actually already in the money. hoping that one is filling that gap before too long. Sundial, there was a lot of weed pumping today. The weed stocks still down on these though, so hopefully that continues. Beto call I got yesterday, that one's up 80%. Bitcoin is just starting its rally. It started like kind of midday. AMD is starting to look very nice. Actually, even look at Netflix. Yeah, Netflix, I end up not getting back in that one yet, but that's okay. I've got a lot of different plays going on. But I think Netflix will probably fill this gap at 333. But Beto's moving with Bitcoin, and we're 80% on those. 13 calls for November. AMD's chart looks like it's just getting warmed up to fill these gaps. Got, you know, bullish MACD, green over the 9 moving average. Everything looks good on this. RSI is ticking up. That is all nice. So BBBY, I kind of have these kind of arbitrage plays on it. These spreads, these 43, 45 call debit spread that I got for a penny. And I maybe could sell these for 2 pennies right now. So 100% return. But I'm not wanting to sell them yet. If this starts to have a real move, these might end up becoming pretty valuable. 50 grand is a max profit, but that's of course if it's way up at 45, which who knows, maybe it is in 87 days. But even if we just start moving up to $10, $11, you know, these will start to do much better. Then I have these also, which I think I tried to sell at 32, 33. Then it was a leap. Well, not really a leap, I guess. But my longer dated 6 calls that I was doing covered calls on, poor man's covered call on. That's back to about break even. I want BBBY to rip more before I start selling calls on that. These 12.5 calls are going to die on BBBY. Those are Friday. And then GME. Put credit spread. This will be nice. 25.5 is what I need GME to be above by Friday. Then we'll realize that $1,000. And these 30 calls, these are the ones I've been jumping in and out of for November. November 4. And that's basically it for the calls on GME, the options on GME. Yeah, and then today, yeah, you can see all those. So, Hellbiz ripped up. We bought Hellbiz shares at close yesterday. It was having a crazy rally into close right here. So I picked up shares here, like $1,000 worth. I ended up selling them like here. Could have sold them earlier, but yeah, right when it broke that support, I sold them out there, and now it's negative $6. So sometimes they pump, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do both. There's all the GME scalps. Bought into Upstart today. I got 6 call debit spreads, 25, 26 for November. November monthly. I know Pickle's been talking about Upstart, and you guys in chat, actually, YouTube chat, have too. It's moving with all these risk on assets, I think, and chart looks nice. I think it's maybe on Reg Show and probably has a lot of failed delivers. Cost per hour might be high, I'm not sure, but chart does look nice. Got a nice big green engulfing candle. Got this hammer right here. What else? We want to show. Got an RSI divergence there. So yeah, we'll see on that one. That is a call debit spread on Upstart. And then birds. Here's the Upstart play. Not too risky. Just looking at cap profits at 378, which is a little over 100%. 25, 26 call debit spread on that. And then birds, I have, it's a little bit of it's another kind of arbitrage play actually that I'm a little cautious on showing too many people. But basically the options are pretty illiquid. But since bird's moving up today, or even if just moving in general, I was actually able to get some fills in some of my orders. So I don't think that they'll necessarily go in the money or be crazy, but you can get cheap fills on minimum priced options, 5 cents or 1 cent, I guess, if it's a spread. Then you can oftentimes sell them for 2 cents if it was a 1 cent spread, or 10 cents, which is, it's doubling your money. So I've got options on the January strikes. There you can see plus 100%. I sold some of these today. Some of these filled. Volume was 10, so I sold 10 of these today for 10 cents. I don't know if someone fat fingered or what, but yeah. So if you want to buy those from me, I'll give them to you for 10 cents. and I bought some of the April's for 5 cents today. So just, I think the fact that Birds is kind of moving around today, it's adding some liquidity to the options chain. And so those are getting filled and unfilled. Okay, futures accounts. Here we go. Oh, futures. I'm enjoying futures. It can be stressful a bit. It's kind of having to get used to how it works. It's basically just like shares on leverage. And so once you kind of accept that and you could just leave it, then I guess it's fine. Yeah, remember natural gas futures? This thing's up $1,100 from yesterday. I just have one of these, just a mini. Natural gas did have just a little bounce. I've just been looking at UNG, which is pretty good, pretty close to what the futures contracts look like as far as the chart. But I mean, it's a pretty good bounce, really, 7.5%. This chart looks like it's hit a double bottom here and it's going to rally for a bit at least. So yeah, we'll see. That one is nice. I only got one of those, just trying it out. I've not done any natural gas futures. And then today I got a mini Bitcoin or micro Bitcoin future. Just trying it out. This is a pretty low, this is a pretty safe one. This doesn't move much at all. So it's 1.4% and it's only a 28% or $28 gain. So it's just trying it out, just trying to get used to it, seeing how it moves. I'll probably do a normal Bitcoin future next time, not a micro, which is, it's like 5 times, I think, bigger size. So yeah, I think Bitcoin will probably have a rally with this bear market rally. We've got this RSI divergence that's been going on. This RSI has been climbing, price action has not been. Now we've got a bullish MACD, big green candle here. So yeah, I'm bullish on that also. And on this account, remember I now have these BBY shares because my short puts got assigned. Of course, that's nice today. Up 2,800 on those. GME shares on here, NRGV. And then our margin long-term is good today. Remember, I got all those shares. Closed my short puts on BBY, or sorry, on GME. Actually, I timed it pretty good because that was literally Friday. I think I did that, and I bought shares on, I think, was it Monday? I think it was yesterday. Maybe it was Friday. But yeah, now I'm catching the profits on the upside, especially if it keeps rallying. We'll see. But short puts on BBY, here they are, up $3,000 today. These are 8 strikes for January. If BBY can run up to like $9 or higher, then I will roll those to a closer date. And it'll have to be a higher strike than 8. So 8.5 or 9, whatever's on the menu. I'm not sure what's there, but yeah, that's what I got for you guys. We'll see you on Discord. All right, peace out.